So my inspiration for writing Umbrella came from the Black Lives Matter movements and all of the brave people who were finally speaking out about their experiences with racism, microaggressions, and other forms of violence and just all of the things that were happening in 2020. I had this event that had happened to me in my teenage years in my mind, and it was something I constantly went back to, and I found myself thinking about it a lot in 2020. So I just had to write Umbrella down. Um, what inspires me in general is real people and real experiences, particularly my own and those in my family and those in the Vincentian communities. I find that there are certain stories that get more airplay, and there's stories that we hear more about in the news and on social media. And I wasn't really trying to make too much of a wave with Umbrella, but I've noticed that by sharing my story, it's inspired other people to speak up about their own experiences. So I found that very inspiring, and that's why I write. That's why I write now. It's just to help other people open up about their own experiences. The genre of writing that I'm well known for is, well, amongst my group of writing friends, is sci-fi. Believe it or not, I kind of fell into creative nonfiction with Umbrella. It's the second nonfiction story I've ever written, and it's the only one I've ever shared with the world. But if you were to ask anyone who knows me what kind of stories I write, usually I would say sci-fi. Sci-fi would be the answer, and that's where I'm most comfortable. I've realized I wanted to be a writer in high school. So I think it was the middle of high school when a teacher of mine, and my English teacher, took particular interest in me. And she handed me Maya Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. And I can see myself and some of the similar experiences that Maya had, that she spoke about in her story, were things that I had gone through, living with my grandparents and being brought up by my grandparents, and just some more things. And then I realized that people were actually writing stories like this, and that was the first time I realized that I wanted to write, and that maybe that was something that I can do sometime in the future. My favorite writers vary. I love Toni Morrison. I just finished reading the Songs of Solomon. I love Maya Angelou. Obviously, this is her book. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings is why I write today. James Baldwin, Asimov. If you're on the sci-fi side, I love Asimov, and on the fantasy side, I love Tolkien, who wrote the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I am currently working on a collection of interconnected short stories that kind of tell the Caribbean immigrant experience as I've lived it, and other people that I know have lived it in Canada. Some of it will be nonfiction, and some of it will be fictionalized versions of nonfiction events. So taking bits and pieces of stories I've heard since I was growing up, or stories that I've heard from my mom, my aunt, friends within the Vincentian community, and stitching them together to create longer pieces. Um, so yeah, I'm hoping to have something by end of year, and yeah, who knows? Maybe you'll see a collection of short stories from me sometime in the near future.